In the last century, many artists such as Andy Warhol and Shepard Fairey have brought photography into modern culture, and these are some of the reasons why.
Photography in modern culture has, with the birth of digital imaging, has really changed in the whole world of photography, basically. The fact that people have access now to digital cameras and they can record multiple shots rather than having to worry about taking like one photograph because of the expenses of film and processing, and it's really brought in the photography to masses in big ways. And the photography today is a lot more accessible to people than they were in the past.
I think fashion photography is a big deal because, well, America's Next Top Model, there are many fashion photographers that are noted now.
I studied photography when I was 16, but I was always, since I was 9, was very fascinated by photography. Later on, when I moved to America, I studied photography and I used to teach photography as well.
Taylor actually got me interested in photography and taking a yearbook class in 8th grade.
Well, my grandpa and grandmother, actually great-grandpa and grandmother, bought me my first point-and-shoot camera in 4th grade, and I started taking pictures then because I thought I was really legit with my own digital camera, so that's what started me.
Yeah, my friend Sarah has a photography camera, and so my mom got me one for graduation, and so I'm really addicted to it.
The magazines have really played a big role in promoting photography, especially when it comes to fashion and documentary photography. And it's actually a great place for photographers to showcase their work. Because other than having some editorial, it's really hard to promote your work. Because most galleries, can give photographers constant shows and exhibitions. So the magazines are always a really great way to promote a photographer and also to show their latest and greatest images. So magazines historically have been really a place to find great talents and great photography. Well, the magazines have always been like a stepping stone for the photographers to be known and for them to have a venue to actually show their work.
Also in magazines you don't realize it, that they're all pictures, which means they are all photography. All the photos that are being taken are from actual photographers or paparazzi, but it is a growing place for pictures to be noticed because a lot of people read magazines, so an agent can see a photo and really like that person and hire somebody from that.
I've been collecting photography for the past 20-some years, and the last 5-6 years photography has really flourished.
There's definitely been a paradigm shift recently. Why, I don't know. I feel like a lot of more teens are getting into it now because it's like a new trend to have, when I think it's more of a talent, not a hobby. I also think a lot of programs have been given to us, like a lot of the options have been given to us, so if we have those options, we're going to try and experiment.
It definitely has become one of the more considered artsy hobbies that people have taken up, because when you take an art lesson, you have to take lessons to get better, and when you take a picture, it's more of just a picture. You don't have to learn how to use a camera exactly, but it definitely has gotten more like people our age, teenagers, to start taking photography because, oh, well, she's artsy, she takes pictures. So it's definitely an easier art to accomplish than dancing or painting or sculpting.
More and more painters and artists are taking pictures, and the photography has gone out of the whole documentary into an art photography. So people actually creating photography, not just necessarily documenting the life of someone.
Pictures are like memories for me because like when I see a picture that's really funny, then I remember everything that happened that day.
Personally, the saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So taking pictures for me is really, I don't know, better than writing like poems down, I guess. People express themselves by writing poems or writing songs, but taking a picture, like a really thought out picture, really expresses like what you're feeling or something like that, or even just photoshopping a picture, changing the mood.
It definitely expresses my feelings, and I feel like it's a way to vent, basically.
So how else is Hussein Farmani a part of photography in modern culture? Well, here's how. His collecting.
I happen to have one of the largest private collection of photography, and my collection is focused on portraits. And I'm always asked who are some of my favorite photographers. I collect from turn of century photography all the way to contemporary photography, from old masters to young student. There's really no limit. Every time I buy a photograph, which I've bought over 5,000, and that photograph, for the moment that I buy it, is my favorite photograph. So it's a hard one to answer, because I have a favorite photographer every day.
And his Lucy Awards.
We created the Lucy Awards because we saw a big void in something amazing and glamorous and big scale to promote photography. So we decided to create something more like the Oscar style, something that didn't exist, and something that would be help promoting photography, not only photography to photographers in the photography community, but also to masses. The goal of the Lucy was to bring in the people that have taken these amazing pictures that has, in one way or another, changed our life. Be able to take those photographers and put them in front of the lenses rather than always behind the lenses. We created two parts into the Lucy. One was to honor the masters, honor the founders in photography and the people that have been doing promoting in photography and dedicating their whole life to photography, and also discover new talents, discover photographers that are just young and exciting, and they wanted to create something new, they want to make a new point. It's our 8th year of the Lucy Award, and it's been very, very, very well received, and we're very excited about it.
So photography really is present in modern pop culture, within anything and everything. If you look hard enough, you'll find it.